Mike Cavanaugh is joining us. Thanks for the time, Coach.
Oh, anytime. This is great.
We'll open up to questions from the media using the raise hand function. Start off with Hode.
Hi, Mike. I know there's a very fine line between wanting to keep the competition going, but also really having that cohesivity and chemistry within the offensive line. How important is it for you to have the same starting five, or maybe the entire two deep at the end of spring practice, be the same one that's actually going to suit up for the season opener?
Well, I think the first group's a really good group. You know, they've been working hard. I think the chemistry overall is really getting there. They've played together before as well, so that helps. And then the twos, there's some. I'm looking forward to some of the new guys that are coming in too. So, I mean, until they get here and get going, it's hard to really say everything's cemented in the stone. You know what I mean? But chemistry is a big deal. We've been out every day, half hour early before practice, really working hard on fundamentals. You know, when I took the job, I told all you people that the toughness and technique is going to be important. And I see, I get excited when you see it drill, and then it's carried over into team. So that means, you're working hard and it's becoming muscle memory.
Chris.
Mike, what are some of your thoughts about some of these second team guys and the overall depth at that level, between Ralph, Jarrett, Spencer, Cody, et cetera?
Yeah, well, this center position, I mean, Cody's got to really step up. He really hasn't played in a while, but there's no excuses. So, guys got to get locked in. I really think Ralph would be better suited at guard. He's gotten reps in there. Spencer's been playing some right tackle, but he'd probably be a better guard too. Isaiah's the young tackle. He's really athletic. Obviously, he's coming off a hand issue. Jarrett is an athletic guy that needs to just keep learning.
Jesse.
Hey, Coach. Herm said on Monday that the newcomers, the freshman guys, could see some time, on the second team. You talked about them a little bit. Just what do you see their role being on the offensive line?
Well, I talked a little bit about Isaiah already. We're really excited about Ezra. So I've talked to Ezra, and once spring ball's over with, we've got a lot of the technique stuff on film. I'm going to work with him watching the technique stuff so he gets to learn that. And then more importantly is the schematic of our offense. And then I'm really excited to see what Sione, like also could do. And, it's just kind of been too bad that he's had that foot in the boot. So, we're going to continue to work hard. One of the things I like to be able to do is get those young tackles going and then get Spencer more guard reps.
Chris.
So, and we need a guy to step up with the center position and the twos.
Coach, the Tristan Miller, we haven't seen him out there at practice last couple of weeks. Just wanted to see if there's any update on him.
I'm not sure if I could talk about it or not, but he's had an injury, so that's why he's not out there.
Michael?
Yeah, Coach, how would you say, I mean, you're saying the twos and the young guys, but overall with these young guys that have come in, how do you feel that outside the technique, but picking up the offense, how do you feel that they've come in picking up the offense and the scheme so far?
I think overall well. The guy I didn't mention was Armand. Armand's been getting reps with the twos at guard. A lot of guys just got to grow up, he's a tough kid. He's done a really good job of finishing blocks at times. But again, it's a work in progress. He's got to continue to learn, grow up. When you're coaching guys, you're not always just coach them at football. You're coaching them. And I'm just talking about guy. You like to give them life lessons, So that's my job.
Michelle?
Hey, Coach. Obviously, this is a pretty crucial position, and that's where you lost a guy not coming back. So can you tell me what you've seen out of the guys that are contending for that position thus far?
Sorry, I didn't really understand what you talk about. Should I talk about the ones or?
It's center. Can you talk about the guys that are contending?
Oh, at center right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what do you think?
we moved Donovan West. I call him Westy, but we moved Wesley to center, and I think it's a great move for him. You know, he started a couple of years here at guard. He's a smart guy. You know, we're working, you know, to really work on the technique part of it, you know, with him. But good football player, got a chance to be very good. You know, I think he's moved into the center role well. You know, right now the number 2 guy at center is Cody, and he's got to continue to grow. Like I said already, I'm going to force feed Ezra. You watch Ezra. He's a physical guy. He's smart. He has passion. So we just got to get him ready right there, and hopefully he'll push.
Amir?
Yeah, Coach, you spoke about your role being bigger than football, and you also spoke about chemistry being a big part of the O-line. So outside of your standard team and individual settings, how are you guys building camaraderie outside of the practice field?
Well, my wife just here. She's looking for a house, and then she's got an appointment next week with Mayo. But normally we'd have the guys over. You guys have probably read stories. Well, one night, a couple Thursdays ago, I took them all to Jun Sushi. You know, when we're working, and then I try to have fun with the guys as well. So they see Coach Cav on the field. I guess you could say Uncle Mike off of it at times. But when we're working and we're meeting, it's business.
Chris?
Yeah, hey, Mike. So Kellen, I thought Kellen was really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about just his prospects this year and beyond into the NFL level, maybe?
Well, he's a really athletic guy. I think, you know, one of the things I'm trying to work on with Kellen is just becoming a better technician. You know, he's got such great feet. You block people with your feet first, but, you know, you also got to be able to do a great job with your hands. So, you know, just trying to work details on technique. And, you know, he's got the ability to be all conference guy, I think, and then, you know, have a chance to be drafted. So, but as I tell all these guys, that videotape like this deal, that's your signature, that's your standard, that's your resume. So that's what you're all about, is what you show up there.
Last question, Michael.
Hey, Coach. To extend a little bit out too with the running backs, how do you feel up the? I mean, obviously technique, but they're picking up run blocking.
You want me to talk about our running backs?
Yeah, as blockers. I mean, you see their.
I think they're doing a great job. We got great backs. I'm so fired up about those guys, man. Great kids, know how to work. Sean's done an unbelievable job with them. They set a great tone, and they're talented. And I've enjoyed my interactions with them. You know, obviously, still, you know, guys I know best are O-line guys. Then probably more the D-line guys. Running backs are always right around there. But you know, I'm just a lot of the rest of the team. You know, I kind of know the D-line guys, but I went in and introduced myself to Darian, the linebacker, Darian Black, and then Sully. And I got to know a couple of the Polynesian guys, AJ, the D-lineman, Lole. You know, I've been to Samoa a lot of times, so I love those guys.
Thanks for the